Most people assume that when an older adult wakes up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, it's simply an inevitable part of aging, a bladder issue families just have to live with. But that isolated trip down the hall at 2 a.m. acts as a trigger point for a much larger biological and physical cascade. This diagram outlines an 8-hour sleep cycle. A sudden disruption at 2 a.m. fractures the remaining sleep architecture and drastically spikes the risk of a fall. Adding a second timeline for the caregiver reveals their rest instantly shattering in tandem, creating shared exhaustion. By the time the sun comes up, that shared exhaustion takes a heavy toll. You see it in profound daytime fatigue, persistent mental fog, and the escalating anxiety of family members who know something isn't right. Securing these 8 hours prevents the cascading loss of daytime safety and cognitive clarity that begins the exact moment a senior steps out of bed. To understand the true stakes, we have to look at how these nighttime disruptions impact the brain. In 2020, BMC Geriatrics published a systematic review examining this exact dynamic in older adults. This scatterplot visualizes the core findings. As nighttime trips increase, there is a steady downward trend in cognitive scores. Researchers are unraveling this continuous loop. Does poor cognition cause the physical waking, or does fragmented sleep actively contribute to cognitive decline? Regardless of which direction the cycle starts, the pattern is undeniable. Our care strategies absolutely have to revolve. Our goal must move beyond catching the immediate symptom to actively protecting the uninterrupted sleep that defends brain health. Standard medical interventions like heavy sedatives or new prescription regimens carry severe risks for an already fragile demographic. Caregivers need a passive, external tool that doesn't introduce new complications. That specific need for gentler, supportive care has naturally driven the development of a completely external, entirely non-oral intervention, the Kidney Vitality Herbal Pouch by 5 Essences. The application is straightforward. A stitched fabric pouch rests externally over the navel area, held securely under light clothing by a soft support belt. For senior care environments, this design bypasses the usual logistical hurdles. No complicated device setups, no painful injections, and absolutely no pills to swallow. It integrates effortlessly into a calm evening routine. Whether in a private home or a memory care facility, a caregiver can apply the belt in seconds before bed. Rather than acting as a harsh systemic cure, the herbal pouch functions as a practical circuit breaker. It safely interrupts the negative 2 a.m. cascade without adding a single chemical burden to the resident's body. We can see the initial impact that followed 17 patients utilizing this exact external herbal therapy. This bar chart compares baseline metrics to post-therapy results. All 17 patients reported a drastic reduction in nighttime bathroom trips. As the sleep cycle stabilized, secondary metrics followed. Patients reported longer sleep duration, recovering energy, and noticeable improvements in cognitive clarity and daytime mobility. These findings are strictly observational. They do not establish absolute clinical causation, and broader controlled research is still necessary to fully understand the mechanisms at work. But the overarching lesson for families and facility leaders is clear. We should instead measure how eliminating nighttime waking restores a senior's ability to engage with their day. Safer aging and calmer caregiving are completely possible, but to secure a better day, you have to protect the 2 a.m. window. Discover the Kidney Vitality External Herbal Pouch Therapy at 5essences.store. Use outside, support inside. Published observational case series.